Welcome back to Bravo Breaking News. I am your host, Kim, back with another episode of Unpopular Opinions, my weekly show where I break down all of the top Bravo news and moments of the week, and of course, give my opinions on them all.
That's my opinion!
We are just days away from BravoCon. I am so excited. I am just praying that my flight doesn't get canceled. Guys, I am stressing about this. I'm sure if you guys are headed to Vegas, you are too, but let's just stay positive and hope that we, along with all of the Bravo celebrities, make it to Vegas in time for BravoCon. I am so excited. If you guys have questions for any of the Bravo celebrities, I don't really know who I will get to interview, but please drop them in the comments and I will try my best to get those to them this weekend. But BravoCon aside, even if you guys aren't going or watching, Bravo and Peacock are keeping us fed. This week was full of announcements and we have so much to look forward to. So I'm going to get into it all. But before I dive in, if you are watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any more Bravo breaking news. And if you are listening as a podcast on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts, drop us a rating and a 5-star review. Again, I love to hear your guys' thoughts and we would appreciate it so, so much. Okay, I have to start off with one of the many trailers and teasers that we got from Bravo this week, and that is for the new season of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, which is going to be premiering December 4th. As you guys probably know, this is one of the shows that my co-host Lisa and I cover, and I could not be more excited for this season. The last few seasons of Beverly Hills have not been my favorite, but this trailer, in my opinion, was delivering. Okay, so first of all, the big headline that is coming out of this trailer is that Kyle came out as bi. Pretty much the first scene in the trailer is Kyle saying, well, I could go Brad, I could go Angelina, and everybody's kind of making such a big deal about this, but didn't we already know this? I mean, aside from the Morgan of it all, I'm pretty sure that she sat her kids down at some point and had this conversation with them already. Am I mistaken? I don't know why everybody is making this such a big deal. I thought this was already information that we had and knew. Regardless, I'm happy for her. It feels like she is comfortable in her skin, comfortable sharing this on the show with the ladies. So there's that. But one thing I am not looking forward to that we also saw in the trailer is the continuation of the Kyle and Dorit feud. And I'm tired. I'm a little bit tired of this feud. I would like to move on. I don't like when we string things along on these shows. I like something fresh. I like something new. I don't want to go back. Like, this is the problem with Orange County. We're going back to age-old feuds from 15 years ago that we've all moved on from. And I'm pretty sure that the audience has moved on from Kyle versus Dorit. But I will say, if the reason that they are still feuding this season is the fact that Dorit sat down with Mauricio, I could kind of be into that. Did you guys see that scene? Like when they showed Mauricio and Dorit sitting down together alone at dinner, my jaw literally dropped. Like, talk about giving the fans what we want. I mean, this has been basically fan fiction for years now. The fact that, oh, are Dorit and Mauricio going to get together? I guess it stemmed from that one photo of Dorit kissing Mauricio's shoulder at his home after her burglary. I mean, that will forever go down in Housewives history. And of course, she meant nothing by it. She was very emotional at that time and was grateful for their support. But the Bravo fandom will not let that go. And the fact that producers are putting them together alone at dinner is absolutely amazing. Thank you, Beverly Hills producer, for giving us this. It does seem like they are talking about PK the whole time pretty much, but I am still interested to see this go down. It does make me wonder though, is PK not going to be a part of this season? I mean, we know how things ended last season. He wrote a letter to Dorit or production, whatever that was. So I don't really think they're on good terms. I don't think he liked how he was portrayed last season. So I think it's safe to say that we might not be seeing him this season, which means that Mauricio is basically going to take his place and be filming with Dorit. Like, I wonder how PK feels about that, because we know that PK and Mauricio are besties. So that's a little bit of an interesting situation. I also loved Sutton being called out in this trailer and Garcelle's name being brought up. And it is by Sutton's BFF, Jennifer Tilly, because it appears she has had enough of Sutton and is pretty much saying this is the reason why Garcelle left the show, because it's always all about Sutton. I mean, Sutton is a very controversial character on this show, and it's possible without Garcelle and without Jennifer Tilly, she really doesn't have very many people in her corner. Like, we might be witnessing the downfall of Sutton Stracke this season. And while, hey, she's easy to hate, I think she is a pivotal character for this show. I think she brings something to the show. I think her life is interesting. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Are you here for the downfall of Sutton, or do you want to see her redemption tour? We're also going to be seeing a cameo from Denise Richards, which I am so excited about. We're going to get some insights into her divorce with Aaron. And I don't know if you guys saw, but this week we did actually get confirmation that her restraining order against Aaron was granted. Rightfully so. It should have been this whole time. So I'm glad that she got that win. Okay, so we all know that everybody is pretty much returning to the show except Garcelle. We have Kathy returning as well. But let's get into some of the newbies, because I feel like the one that I'm most excited about, people are kind of on the fence about, actually, and that is Rachel Zoe. I mean, of course I watched the Zoe Project on Bravo. Of course I loved her. Of course I became obsessed with fashion and glam and glitz and all of the Beverly Hills lifestyle, pretty much because of Rachel Zoe. So I think she fits into this cast seamlessly, but I think that people are afraid that she's actually not going to bring much other than that to the show. However, that is what I want to see. That is what I miss. I miss seeing her fashions. I miss seeing her stylist career and everything that she's doing right now. And from the trailer, it doesn't look like that is the only thing that she is going to bring, because we are also going to get a behind the scenes look into her divorce with RHOC. I mean, if you watch the Zoe Project, the way I was so obsessed with them. I mean, they were basically endgame in my opinion. And the fact that they are divorcing and we get to now witness it all go down on Bravo again, I am so excited. I am so excited for her to be returning to the show. But let me know what you guys think. Now, the newbie that I have a lot of questions about is Amanda Frances. Now, if you watched the trailer, she was actually one of the main characters in that trailer. One of the scenes is of her bathing in a bathtub full of dollar bills, or $100 bills probably. She is a self-proclaimed money queen. I guess she does like financial coaching for people, but I believe that she was brought into the group because she actually bought Kyle's old house. Though it's kind of hard to tell who she's actually friends with. What you can tell though is that she is coming after Erica Jane. And I gotta say, as a newbie, a first season housewife, you're choosing to go against Erica Jane. I don't know, you have some balls to do that. But she's basically saying, look, I'm a self-made millionaire, I am financially independent, whereas Erica Jane had to rely on a man for all of her money, and that didn't turn out so well. Like, I guess no lies detected. What she's saying is actually true. But still, like, girl, you're coming on a little strong. You are a first season housewife. Like, pay some respect to the veterans. I do not like this. I do not like when new housewives come on the show and immediately think that they are better than the other women on this cast. Like, we've had time to get to know Kyle, Dorit, Erica, Sutton, etc. So whether you like them or not, there's still some sense of like loyalty to them that you feel. So when a new girl comes into the group and starts bashing them, you kind of start to feel protective of them. And that's how I felt in this moment. I feel protective of Erica Jane and everything that she's been through. I don't know. Am I crazy? I don't like how Amanda is going after Erica so hard. But I have a feeling that the women are going to go hard right back at her because they are smelling a pyramid scheme with this woman's business. I guess she is, like I said before, a financial coach. And if you go on the website and dig a little deeper into these things, it's giving a little bit like MLM pyramid scheme type of situation. And she is charging a lot of money for these courses on how to make millions of dollars. Like, it's definitely sketchy. And I also researched a little bit about her wealth. According to the internet, it does say that she has a net worth of about $3 million. But allegedly in one of her courses, she said, okay, if you do all of this, you can be like me. I've actually made almost $34 million from my career. So which is it? I don't know. I hope that these women really dive in deep to this woman's career, history, past, because it seems like she's not holding back. So the women better not hold back either. Finally, we also have a new friend of who was barely in the trailer, but her name is Natalie Swanston Fuller. And while we don't know much about her, we do know that she was actually married to Simon Fuller, who is the creator of not only American Idol, but the Spice Girls. And his net worth is $600 million. And guess what, guys? She just filed for divorce from him this past spring. So I think we're going to see all of that go down on the show. While she is just a friend of, I do hope we get some insights into this because this is very intriguing to me. Okay, let's move on to another trailer that Bravo dropped this week, and that is the one for the Vanderpump Rules reboot. Now we have the reboot premiering December 2nd, and I have to say I was a little underwhelmed with this trailer, but I think the only reason is really because I don't know any of these people. They mean nothing to me. This is all new people. The only common thread that we have from the previous show is Lisa Vanderpump. I mean, I was listening to a podcast. I think it might have been Watch What Crappens, but they were like, not even a Peter. We don't even have a Peter in the mix to kind of, guide us into this new era of Vanderpump Rules. It's just boom. All new people, all new cast, all new staff, and I just don't really know what to think. I mean, the trailer was very dramatic. The group is very incestuous, and we do like that from our reality shows. But I do already have a problem with this cast. And it's that they're kind of giving paid actors because one of them, his name is Chris Hahn. He's part of the new Pump Rules cast, was actually on 2 previous Netflix reality dating shows. He's been on The Perfect Match and he was on Dated and Related. Now, did I watch either? No. But what does this say? What does this say that somebody on Vanderpump Rules just happened to be on 2 other reality shows too? Like, it's giving you hired him for the show specifically. His cast bio does say he actually works at SUR, but what it doesn't say is when he got hired, because he could have gotten hired, I don't know, days before cameras started rolling. I just don't like this. It's already ringing alarm bells if you ask me, because what made the original show so great was that the OG cast members were really friends, really dating, and really worked at the restaurant. It was real. Like, sure, were they playing it up for the camera sometimes? Yes. But these people, like the drama that went on and just the mixture of people and how they were all intertwined and related and dating and divorced and hooked up with each other, cheated on each other, with each other, etc. I just don't think that we are going to be able to recreate the perfection that was OG Pump Rules. Now, I have hope. I do have hope. But I'm sorry, with the track record that we've gotten with the Bravo reboots, I'm talking about the New York City Housewives, which will never live up to the OG franchise. I'm sorry. While I will be watching it, of course, I will give it a solid chance, I promise. I don't know, guys. I don't know how I feel about this. Okay, so we've got Beverly Hills and Vanderpump Rules premiering in December. Now, Peacock also announced some upcoming shows that I am super excited about. We are getting the new season of The Traitors premiering January 8th. And I gotta say, I think I'm more excited for this than I am Beverly Hills and Vanderpump Rules combined. Traitors is probably one of my favorite shows in all of history of television. And this season's cast, I reported on it when it was announced, but in case you guys forgot, is top tier when it comes to Bravo celebrities. We are getting Dorinda Medley back at that round table, and she better be there till the end. If she gets voted out, even within the first 3 weeks in this season, I will absolutely lose my shit, and I think producers will too. They brought her back for a reason, so they better keep her there. We've also got Portia Williams, who is going to be amazing. Candace Dillard-Bassett, who I have missed on my TV screen, so I'm excited to see her back. We've got Caroline Stanberry, who is going to be excellent. and Lisa Rinna. I think I said this before, but I have heard some rumblings that Lisa Rinna is absolutely going to crush it on this upcoming season. And whether you like her or not, I think that she was made for this show. I mean, the one-liners, the comebacks, the messiness of this woman. I mean, the lengths that this woman will go to out someone, to call somebody out. She is not afraid to go there. And that's what you need to do on Traitors. You need to go there. And I think every single one of these housewives is going to go there. And I am so seated for it. Another update for my Love Island fans that I was so excited to find out about. We have a season 2 of Beyond the Villa coming to Peacock with some of the cast members from season 7 of Love Island USA. Now, we do not have a premiere date or anything. I think this is a pretty early announcement, but what we do have is a cast. We're getting Amaya, Andrina, Beldasha, Brian, Chris, Clark, Coco, Grayson, Hannah, Iris, Jeremiah, Pepe, Taylor, and TJ back for season 2 of Beyond the Villa. And I just have one question. Where the hell is Nicolandria? I mean, the people that I would like to follow the most after they got out of the villa is obviously Nicolandria. But I mean, let's be real. They have bigger and better things to do. They are getting brand deal after brand deal. They are on red carpets. They are on runways. They are doing ad campaigns. I mean, they don't need this show. So I get it, but it's still upsetting. Also, noticeably absent are Huda, and no surprise there. We also don't have Ace or Shelly joining the cast, which I am a little surprised about too. But we do have winner Amaya. I am very excited to see her back on my screen. Though, did we really need Brian, the scammer? Did we really need this man back on our screens? Like, I don't think so. The fact that she even has to associate with him again really pisses me off. And I don't know, did we really need all of these Casa boys and girls? I mean, I know we're definitely kind of putting basically, okay, for example, Pepe. We have Iris, we have Hannah, we have Grayson, all 3 of the women that he dated on the show. So it is going to bring the drama. But did we really need all of these like kind of D-list people or people that were barely on the show on Beyond the Villa now? I also could have done, I'm sorry, without Taylor and Clark. And this may be an unpopular opinion, but can we stop trying to make Andrina happen? Like when she walked into that villa on season 7, she was the most beautiful bombshell we have ever seen. But we saw her flop on season 7, as well as Love Island Games. And can we just say that she does not make for good TV? Like, there's nothing against that. She's a perfectly normal girl. She just doesn't have the stamina or the entertainment value to bring to TV. So the fact that we now have her back for a 3rd time on our show, I don't know, guys. I don't have high hopes. We also found out that Jeremiah, Amaya, and Iris will be at BravoCon. I was wondering why they weren't going to be bringing the Love Island cast to BravoCon, and it kind of seems like Bravo read my mind, as they tend to do, and they are going to be there for a panel on Sunday, and you better believe I will be front row for that. Okay, now that we've got the trailers and announcements out of the way, let's jump over to some news happening in Orange County. We've got the reunion running right now. Lisa and I covered that, as well as my experience at Tamra and Katie's watch party. So if you haven't watched that, make sure to jump over to our recap now. But the news that I wanted to share with you guys is something that is making me very happy, and that is the reunion of Tamra Judge and the OG of the OC, Vicky Gunvalson. They posted a video together on Instagram reuniting for a brand deal for Flav City Cafe instant lattes.
Before we talk, I'm making you a latte. No shade, no syrup, just something real.
Is this your peace offering?
Kind of. It's Flav City Cafe. Instant lattes made with real ingredients.
Like, I don't know how I feel about this. I do think that the reunion was actually genuine, but the fact that it took a brand deal for them to do that, I mean, I guess part of me doesn't blame them. Get that coin. Also, shout out to Flav City. Like, obviously somebody in their marketing department is a Bravo-holic and had this idea. Props to you. Absolutely genius. but I love to see them back together. Though it is interesting because it was kind of Vicky and Shannon versus Tamra for a while. I mean, Vicky and Shannon basically continued on with their live show, the Dos Amigas, for lack of a better title. I don't know what they called it, but I did go to the Tres Amigas. I did go to the Dos Amigas. It was kind of the same show, just without Tamra. So there's that. But it kind of seemed like, anyway, Vicky and Shannon were the ones against Tamra. So now that Vicky and Tamra are reuniting and Shannon is on the outs, I'm kind of now feeling sorry for Shannon. Like, what did Shannon do to Vicky for Vicky to ice her out now? But either way, whatever is going to get Vicky Gunvalson back on our screens for season 20, I am here for. Tamra has been advocating for Vicky's return for a very long time now. I mean, even before they reunited. So the fact that they did this just as this current season was ending and production is probably starting to think about who they want to bring back for next season. Genius timing, guys. Genius timing. I see you. I see what you're doing. If Tamra, if this is you, if this is your strategy, I am here for it. I am here for the return of the OG of the OC. I said it on our recap. But something has to change with Orange County. We cannot move forward with the way that the show is now. It is too meta, like my co-host Lisa said. It is a show about them filming the show and interacting with people on social media about the show. And I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. I want to see these women actually living their real lives and navigating their friendships outside of things that happen on the show. And the person that has always been the best at doing that is Vicky Gunvalson. I also do not want to hear another blogger storyline, though. I don't know if you guys saw, there are new screenshots going around of Emily allegedly interacting with a blogger on social media and kind of almost encouraging her to post something against Katie. So there's this screenshot going around from Bravo Boo on Instagram, who shared that Emily DM'd her and said, "Would you believe that her loser agent publicist posted shitty things about me after me saying things? By the way, this is my opinion and my perspective, which I am allowed to have when people are asking questions. That's what being a housewife is all about, sharing your opinion and your perspective and being real and authentic about it. You can choose to agree or disagree, but this is exactly how I feel." Now, do I think it was appropriate that Emily sent this to a fan page? No. But do I agree with her sentiment? Yes, like people need to stop taking these shows so seriously. Do we all have opinions? Yes. Do we all have our favorite housewives that we're rooting for? Yes. Do we have the ones that we do not like and do not wish to ever see on our screens again? Absolutely. And do we judge their actions on the show each week? Yes. But at the end of the day, it is just a show, and you are allowed to have your opinion without going too far. Do I think this DM from Emily to this blogger is a smoking gun? No. And you know why? Because they all talk to bloggers. Guys, if there is a housewife that tells you that they have never slid into the DMs of a Bravo fan account, they are lying. We just need to stop making it a storyline on these shows because that tells me there is nothing else going on. That is not a storyline. That is not something that we want to watch again. So Bravo, please take note and please, we do not care. I do not care if Tamra leaked all of this information to a blogger. I do not care if Katie voice called another blogger. I just don't care. I don't care at all. We need to move on from these storylines. We need to stop outing women for doing something that every other Real Housewife does. And that's my opinion. So I guess that is a good place to end this week. Again, we have a lot going on. And this upcoming week is BravoCon. I am leaving for Vegas on Thursday. I will be there midday Thursday through Sunday night. And then Lisa and I will be back on Monday to recap our time at BravoCon. So let us know if you guys have any questions. Again, if you have questions for Bravo celebrities too, we will try to ask them. We don't know who we're going to get to interview or see, but we will try our best to get your questions to them. As always, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Subscribe on YouTube, drop a rating on iTunes, and I'll see you guys next time.